Hey guys, what's up? Ep5 here. Welcome to another Reflex track building. I think this is episode 5, and it's been a little while, and that's because I've been very busy with school and also been placing objects. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what in Digital Earthworks what I've been doing here. And so yeah, I've got a bunch of custom tough blocks, which is probably going to be a pretty cool thing on my track. I've got to thank Billy P, my teammate, for making those for me. And so yeah, as you can see right in front of us, 4 Friends MX, FFMX custom bales. You can see I'm not completely done with the tough blocks. That's because I'm waiting for Billy to make a couple more custom ones, and then I'll go ahead and finish it off. So we got bales all over the finish line here. None of this has really changed. Oopsies. And then come through here, we got white FFMX ones. Whoa. You can see white bales here. And then just normal ones around the corners. And then here are blue ones and black ones, all FFMX. The first few sections I just used the FFMX ones. And then in this next section I used a pretty cool FFMX one. It's like, I think it's called TV Land. You can see there's a real rider on there. I don't know if it's Billy or DMC, but it's pretty cool. And you can also see these tire marks here in the whoops. Those are bump models, and I've got to give thanks to Dark Slides for making those. And actually, right now, I'm gonna stop right here. Actually, no, I won't. But he actually, when he did them, he made it into a time lapse. I'm gonna go ahead and show that. You can see I've got some of my tough blocks there, AH2 there. And then I think I'm gonna mess with these tough blocks a little bit. They're a little wacky. And we just got normal bales through these few sections here. I'm not really sure where what I've adjusted and everything, but you can see we got white guy has his own custom bales here. And then you can see there's certain lines and marks through the sand. That's also the bump models thanks to Dark Slides. So we got white guy bales all the way through here. Some normal bales, and then we've got Start Your System bales, which are actually designed by Kellen. I gave him the template for it, and he designed it himself, so that's pretty cool. So I got the Start Your System bales. And then coming up to this one, we've got the Dio bales, Return of Dio. You can see we got his logo on the ends here, and then Return of Dio, take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice on the sides, and the top and the bottom and everything. So that's pretty cool. Oops. And then we've got some more Heckman bales over here. A, because I was running out of custom bales, and B, I kind of wanted to have a couple of them because my old logo and then this new one. Yeah. So you can also see tired marks through here. And yeah, I think that's all the custom bales that we have until this point. So like I said, I'm just waiting for Billy to make me. I'm gonna get an FPR custom bale, a Dead Meat custom bale, and a Fox custom bale. So that will pretty much finish up the track baling wise. And so yeah, you might have noticed some other objects throughout the track and everything, but I want to go ahead and show you guys Dark Slides. When he made the bump models, he made a time lapse of it, so I would like to show you guys that. So I'll go ahead and show you that. What he recorded was just the very beginning of him making them. The actual finalized bump models he didn't record him making, because I asked for quite a few changes to him, because originally he just had tire marks over everything everywhere, and it was really dark, and I didn't really care for it, but he adjusted the opacity and took away the tire marks in some spots. So yeah, they're really nice now, and I just like that they kind of break up the normal textures of the ground. So I also want to say thanks to C4 Detonator for helping me get my textures fixed so they're not splotchy. And so yeah, that was a simple mistake with me in the Chromians map. When you're making the Chromians map, you don't want to merge the height map with the top down. You just want to use the height map, not the top down. So yeah, anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys that time lapse now. Maybe throw in some music, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, so hope you guys enjoyed that, and again thank you to Dark Slides for doing that. And so what we're going to start today is, I would like to finish up the object placing, but I'm getting a little bored of that. And you usually don't do the splines until after you get all the bales in, but since there's just like 3 sections left, I'm just going to go ahead and get started on the splines, and then once I'm done with those, and once I get the bales done, then I'll adjust these splines accordingly. So I'll go ahead and start by just basically showing you how to use splines. So you want to go ahead and create a new activity. Use Supercross or National. So this is a Supercross, and we want to not ignore the first lap. I hate that. And we'll go ahead and draw that. And I need to actually add a starting line before I get really started here. So I need to go ahead. Oh shoot. Alright, and I always have to, for some reason mine are mix match, there we go. We want to have the blue and the red on the outside, and so we'll go ahead and draw these, and we need to put this one towards the beginning here. And actually, let's go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and place the starting line already. Where are you? Start gate. Which one should we use? Oh, we'll use Manchester. Oh, there we are. Oh, how convenient. Alright. So this is going to be a little bit of a tricky start gate to play since it's up at the top of a hill here. And since there's so many objects, it takes quite a while to place an object now. So we'll go ahead and... oh my gosh. Why you rotate so funny? I don't like these start gates that rotate like that. I don't want you to rotate like that. So maybe I think Fort Dodge is a good one. I'm not sure because I don't really want to spend forever trying to figure out how to rotate this thing the correct direction. Alright. Oh, I guess they're all like that, aren't they? Alright. Oh, wrong way. This is going to take a while. Such a big rotate. I think it's a drop gate and something else, I'm not for certain. Alright, and then over. Up. Also needs to be rotated just a touch more. God dang it. Okay, that'll work. Alright, so back up against there. We need to lower you down. Oh, that actually works pretty well. I have to say, that's not bad. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make that work. Why do you touch the stupid stadium? Alright, so now that we've got this here, we can, I'm going to go ahead and put these a little closer. Always want the beginning spline to be all the way behind. Otherwise, you'll get the start is all going to be messed up. So you always want that all the way out, so you don't have any question about it. So this one is going to be our start. As you can see, start, and then actually we'll go ahead and back you up a bit. Can always add more splines later, but right now I just want to get the start right. And now we can go ahead and move on down the start. And the more splines you add, the more reset points are going to be. So if I were to leave these right now, it would be a reset point like right here area, and so yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and draw these out. This is a very, very tedious process, and it kind of sucks, but you know, it's something you have to do to make a professional track. So alright. Oh, my controller just tried to fall off my lap. Alright, draw these out. And almost finished. There we go. Alright, now we gotta do this outside. I don't think we're going to be able to finish the splines today because they are quite tedious and they can take quite a while to do. See, this one I'm going to go ahead and drag out a bit so that way we can get the full corner and not get an off track thing. Alright, and we'll go ahead and add one at the beginning of that jump and that jump. I like doing that on the jump, so they're nice reset points. You get a nice little, you don't have to spin and struggle for the rest of the rhythm. You actually have a chance at getting the rhythm right. So, alright. And another thing is I'm recording this at my dad's again, so any outside noise I do apologize for, but I cannot control what my family does. So yeah, anyway, we'll go ahead and go around this corner. You kind of want to add a lot of spots around the corner, just so it's easier to draw the spline that way. Alright, and there's no way to test this halfway through. You just have to make the entire spline, and then you can go test the entire thing. So it's kind of a pain, but you know, it's part of track making. And we'll go ahead and drag this out again. Drag you out. Alright. Just a whole bunch of repeating this process over and over and over again until you get it right. And if you excuse me, if you misclick, and that's loads of fun. So yeah, you don't want to misclick, or else you're gonna have some splinage messing up to fix up. I think I did misclick at the beginning of the video. Alright, so this is where it crosses. This one actually looks like it's almost lined up good already. So this one is pretty self-explanatory. Since it's around the inside, you just put a bunch of them right there. And there we go. And just like that. And done. Alright. So now we go ahead and begin the long process of clicking down the start. Go ahead and place one right there, right there, right there, right there. Right there, right there, and there, and there. And the more jumps you are, the more tedious this is, but so I have a lot of jumps, so there we go. Now we got a long stretch here that we need to straighten out. Now you can adjust the, oops, I'm using the wrong buttons. Now you can use different widths of the thing, but for some reason you need to, my splines are like reversed and I need to have the red on the outside, but it automatically puts the blue on the outside. So I don't really know why that works, so I have to go through and adjust each and every one of them anyway. So yeah, that's it. And so alright, put you around the outside. Here we go. Like I said, there's no way to test this, so you have to go through and make the entire spline. And then you basically kind of have to remember, like, oh, I have to fix this spot, that spot. And you have to go back and just adjust it. And this is probably one of the suckiest parts of doing tracks. Oops, see, there's a misclick right there. And so, yeah. So we're almost done here. There we go. And now we start on the other side. I don't want to click on you. I want the blue. That's always a pain, is figuring out which one. And now at this point, once you get all of your maps done, you're basically done. And so I also got an updated version, the newest version of Digital Earthworks, which adds all of these things, water settings, and the bump models, which allowed me to add those things, thanks to Darksides again. So also thanks to Darksides for getting me the updated version, or the newest version, not really updated, but yeah, I'd been using the, oh come on, I hate those misclicks. Alright, so we'll go ahead and just keep on chugging away here. And there's something wrong with my Digital Earthworks though, so whenever I export it as any type of file, I can't move around. I can see my position marker moving, but my screen just is like the same. So every time I export the track, I have to go reopen it in Digital Earthworks, which can get annoying, but that way I just do a bunch of things at once and then go test them all, so it works out. Alright, so yeah, this part, it's probably one of the worst things to do with track making, one of the toughest things and most annoying. And once you have these squares in like the middle of a rhythm section, you want to merge them, so you can see, so it gets rid of the square, because you only want the square at the beginning, not the starting line. This isn't supposed to be a square. You only want two of these squares at the very beginning, and when we merge the track back on over here, when we merge it back on, say with this one, then this one will be a square also, because it'll be merged. So yeah, there's that. We got a long ways to go here. Alright, so you can see how the track looks over here. That's from the top down map. Which, so yeah, you can see the top down over here is overshadowing. Alright, so now we are coming to the next corner here. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get this inside correct. Oops, wrong one. Come on, Betsy. Alright. So sometimes I like turning on some music when I'm doing this and just listening to music and building the track, but since I am doing these videos, I am not listening to music. But I could be. I could have music in the background. We could do that. It's a complete possibility. Alright. Around and around we go. This one we're probably going to have to adjust a little bit. Actually, I'll just adjust it now. I don't want you blue. I want to the red one. Go ahead and just drag these out a little bit so you don't get off track if you go all the way near the top. Alright, so after this video, there's just going to be one more. And that's probably going to be the final overview of the track. And that one I'm just going to go ahead and go around the track and talk about it a bit. I won't be doing any work on it. By then I'll have all of the, not splines, I'll have all of the objects done and that sort of thing. So through the whoops, you don't want to spread them out too much because then you can like skip the entire whoop section. So I usually put a few in there, and since this is a really long whoop section here, we'll keep a few in there. And this one I just had a little off because I wanted to get it on that jump there. You can see there's a little double here for the inside of the whoops, and there's a misclick. So now we gotta merge you guys, and you always get those squares when you misclick, which can be annoying, but just don't misclick. Alright, so and the way I learned how to do the splines was there's a video I remember. I don't remember what video exactly, but it wasn't a very well done video. Like, the guy barely talked through it at all. He didn't explain anything. But I followed what he did, and I basically learned how to do it. And so yeah, but in the C4 detonator kit, he explains how to do the splines and everything you need to know about that. So as I've been doing in all the other videos, I'll have a link for his kit in the description. And it can be found over on Reflex Central. So, alright, and then we up. Alright, so I usually just work on sections at a time, and I doubt I'm gonna get this all finished, as we're already getting pretty in depth into the video here. So I'm probably gonna get this finished today. I might just go ahead and do the rest of it and then show you guys. I might actually have a cut in one of these videos, and I might cut ahead to when I'm nearly finished, so I can just do the ending here. And actually, there's something that I did forget that I just realized. I'll go ahead and fix that after I'm done here. And some of you people who make tracks are probably already noticed this and like, what are you doing? But that is to add the whole shot line. I forgot to add that whole shot line, which is this blue flag over here. And then the finish line, of course, this is a checkered one. And you just do that over your finish line. It's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so our whole shot, I think I'll go ahead and make it right here. So just add that, and then there's our whole shot line, just like that. So like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead and finish all of this up, and it's going to take quite a while. And then once I get to about here, I'll go ahead and bring you guys back as I do the last stretch and add the finish line and also merge it to the other spline, and then maybe we can go ahead and test it a little bit. So I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, welcome back, and as you can see I decided to time-lapse that me doing the splines here. So if you might have noticed, I had some music playing in the background and I just chugged away at it. So here we are in the final stretch here. Go ahead and add a couple here, and this right here is going to be our finish line one. So you want that right on the very peak of the finish line, not before, not after. Yeah, because that kind of bugs me when it's not directly on the finish line, because it's such a simple thing to do. Alright, so go ahead and adjust these, and then we had our finish line. There we go. So now we just go ahead and add one in the middle and add one in the landing. As you can see, I added quite a few splines throughout the track. Yeah, quite a few. And that's because I just wanted it to be a well done track, and I didn't want to I wanted to make sure that there was going to be a lot of reset spots so people couldn't be skipping ahead in the track. Which I really hate that when people do that. There's a few spots and a few tracks made this past year that was the case, and I pointed them out in a couple of my reviews, and it's just really annoying because it's not the way the track is meant to be ridden. And I used to try to find cuts to the track and try to find faster ways, but now that I'm a track maker, I realize how infuriating that is to the track creators to find cuts. So I don't really look for them anymore, but if I find them, then hey, what the heck, I guess I found one. Track creator's fault. Alright, so no, I didn't really mean to go on that tangent, but whatever. So we'll go ahead and add one, and this is right here is where we're gonna go ahead and finish the track up splines wise. So we go ahead and add these. And add you, make it go out a little, and then we go ahead and control, and that will link them right up. And we're gonna go ahead and make this a little bit wider. Whoops, shoot. That way we just have a nice arc to enough space to move around here and such. So there's that. And at that point, I think we are pretty much finished. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Oops, yep. Okay, so you can see our only two squares are those spots right there, and the rest of the track is here. So what I always like to do is export these activities, call them splines, and that way if I ever make a mistake and this accidentally gets deleted somehow, then I still have it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and this is a big moment of truth. If it exports as a beta test track, then that means that I did all the splines correctly, and there's no errors. Now if you get errors, there could be a few things. You could have more than two of those squares, those green squares. You could have your colors mixed up. You might not have the splines around the start gate like you should. There's a few things that could be wrong here, and it takes a long time to export. And as you can see, it's kind of freezing up here on me. And it appears as if my digital earthworks decided to take a crap today. So let's go ahead and see if it actually worked. So it'll be in Supercross slot 1. Yep, it worked. How about that? It's just my digital earthworks now is taking a poop, which I really don't want it to do. Because then I'd have to replace the start gate, because I wouldn't be able to export it as a... I kind of want to restart that. That looks kind of weird. Yeah, let's go ahead and restart. Gotta pay attention to this here. It's both my blocks right in that shot. That's funny. Let's see what the start is like. Yeah, that worked pretty well. So let's see what we can get for a lap time. I'm always curious to see what my first lap is on a track as I die. And then I always usually go and test the reset points, but I'm not really going to do that until after I get all the hay bales and tough blocks placed in. Alright. Over that, I'm kind of curious for the wall, if it's going to be faster to go around the outside and hit that little thing that pops you up over, or just to get right over that wall and get on the gas quick. It'd be interesting to see how that works in a racing situation. Whoopsies. Those DO bales getting in my way. Oh, okay. So this video may be a little bit longer than normal. I have not really been keeping track of time, and we've got time lapses and everything going on either, but bonus for you guys, long video, hopefully. Alright. So this is where we're all out of bales, so I just followed along the white line, and that's always a nice thing to do, is to add those white lines around there. It just gives you an idea to it, but I don't always follow it when it comes to placing bales. It's just sometimes I just don't. So yeah, anyway, let's see what we can get for a lap. Oh, never mind. That's a little bit of, oh, someone just went live and my phone made noises. Live on Twitch, that is. Alright, there we go, we made it. No! Oh, we're gonna have to jump into the whoops, and it's not gonna be a very fast lap. It's funny, I could always ride the track pretty smoothly and consistently in free ride, but then you put me on a splined version and I ride like poop. And this inside also, I'm pretty sure that inside's gonna be faster, but it'll be interesting. It's options, you know. And now you actually kind of have to use that outside if you don't get a good drive through the sand, because I did actually up the drag in the sand a little bit to make it a little more difficult, which it wasn't the easiest to begin with, but and this mud is a pain in the rump. Oh! I didn't quite make that. And I'm sorry if my mic gets really loud, but it's actually kind of close to my mouth compared to normal. So if I get really loud, I do apologize, but I'm not going to take the time to find all the peaks in the recording, because it takes quite a lot of time. So lap times are going to be a little bit longer than I expected. I expected them closer to 115, which I'm sure is possible if I were to hit the sections correctly. Alright, if I'm quiet, it's because I'm focusing. Taking these insides. Ooh, that was pretty quick. Slam right into the face of the wall. Uh-oh. Okay, still gonna make that. I got nervous. I cut a little close to the inside there. This is a make or break section. Gotta get it triple, or you can just wheel tap your way through there and almost hit the Heckman bales. I also messed this up, so it's not going to be the greatest test of lap time, but so yeah, 115 I don't even think is possible. I just don't think that would be possible at this point in time, but who knows, maybe Tog or Merlin or someone would get that, so I'm guessing like maybe around 120. Whoop, around 120 would be the fastest. So yeah, buddy, let's go ahead and finish out these last couple laps. I kind of like that we got the very inside starting gate, so I could test and make sure that I don't get reset. I don't think this inside is going to be the preferred line, because it's harder to get a good run through the whoops, even though I just got a great run. It's just harder to get it right. You kind of have to pick the exact right spot. So yeah, anyway. I'm going all over the place. See, you can go all the way off to the left side here, but then it gives you such a bad angle for this triple, and I'll get reset here. Yep, totally called that. And then if you get reset through this section, you are porked, because you carry so much speed through there normally. You know, that inside before this mud might actually become a premier line. Now that corner before the dip is kind of wide open. Everyone's going to try to dive to the inside of that, which I understand, but I could have added like a little obstacle around the inside, but I didn't think of that till yesterday after I had all those bales placed, and I'm just I kind of want a couple of open corners, like that one back there also. There's a couple of open ones to provide for some potential block passes and stuff like that. But basically everywhere else I've got inside and outsides, so last lap. Oh goodness. Guess we'll take this inside. It's kind of hard to get up on that table after you kind of like tap your way there. And then this triple is very difficult as well. So both lines are not the easiest. But yeah, you just get so much speed from that outside through here. As long as you don't get swapped like I did, then you're going to be pretty golden through there. I like this inside. I don't know why, I just do. Ooh, ouch! Stupid tough blocks. Alright, so last lap here. And I haven't found any weird reset spots, so that's pretty good. But like I said, I probably should go through and test all the reset spots as I miss the inside completely. Oh, stretch it out. Well, that didn't work as expected. I wanted to wheelie my way up it. I don't think I ever did lower that berm's opacity like I wanted to. But, you know, oh well. It's not that. And there's a tough block around that last corner that I need to fix. Every time I ride on the track, I point out these things I need to fix, and by the time I'm done testing it, I forget to go change them. Woo! Oh, I hit something. Oh! Alright, so, that's a cool shot. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later.